Okay, we got too much to talk about, so we're just gonna go straight into it. Hit it!
Wow, that was a brief intro.
I know, I told you it's gonna be brief.
I like it.
Let's keep it simple.
Yeah.
Alright, let's talk about, like we said, new comic reviews, on-the-spot comic reviews, because we just came from the store once again.
Oh, yeah. With our fat stacks of books.
Yeah, I had way more than you.
Yeah, I had 3.
Way more.
Because, as I said last week, I'm not buying the .1 DC Villains Month. I'm getting the omnibus.
True. Neither will I.
I can wait till December. And
I
get
probably
all of
won't
them.
even read them, ever.
I've been a little curious about them, so I borrowed a friend of mine's copy of the Green Lantern. It's actually pretty good. I'm not, heartbroken I didn't buy it and get the lenticular cover.
Sounds like you're heartbroken.
I'm just crying on the inside.
It's a daily thing.
No, it's not.
Alright.
Maybe
so
2 or 3 times a week.
The best book of the week was Mighty Avengers, #1.
Luke Cage, once again,
With
finally gets his own team.
With Luke Cage, yep. Never had his own team.
I'm glad they're finally pushing Luke Cage.
That's right. He's
Quality
in
character.
the spotlight now. He's finally in the big leagues. He gets his own Avengers team.
After wallowing in turmoil and mediocrity and obscurity for the last decade and a half.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Screw that guy.
Best book of the week. Oh, it was so good.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually pretty good.
Yeah, sure.
I liked it.
I'm sure you did.
Ties into Infinity, of course.
Let me ask you. Is Iron Fist in it?
Not yet.
Then hell with it.
Well, he's going to be in it.
Yeah, sure.
He's part of the roster.
Where?
Didn't you see any of the promotional posters?
He's not on the cover.
Yeah, not of this issue.
Bah.
Anyways, we'll include Iron Fist, plus the Blue Marvel, who's awesome, plus many other fine characters. But anyways, this issue's introductory issue, of course. It's the first issue. It spins out of Infinity. It is not part of a Marvel Now launch or Marvel Now Phase 2 launch. It's a new book coming out of Infinity. So,
Still has the Marvel Now banner, though.
No, it's not. Pretty
Really?
sure it's not.
I'm pretty sure every book has the Marvel Now banner on it.
I'm pretty sure it's not!
Do you have the book here?
I do!
And go get it!
No Marvel Now banner. Fail on you.
That's the banner at the bottom!
No, it's not.
All the
it
Marvel...
would say now, like the
Hang
other Marvel
on.
Now books. It does not say now. It is not a Marvel Now book. It is not a Marvel Now launch.
See, anything that has that red banner at the bottom is technically part of Marvel Now.
No, it's not part of Marvel Now. It's just
Marvel's
Marvel's banner.
They've been doing that since Marvel Now launched.
Exactly.
This is gonna sound great
it's
on
their
film.
line-wide banner. Every book has it. Even Daredevil has it. It's not part of Marvel Now. So there.
It is.
No, it's not.
It's part of the launch rebranding.
Yes, it's a
they
rebranding, but it's not part of Marvel Now.
But they haven't shoved Marvel Now on the cover because people...
Exactly. They haven't
because
shoved it on the cover.
People know what that means. Take a hint, DC.
They don't know what that means. It's just the standard banner.
It's the standard banner now because Marvel Now's been going on and long enough people know it. Hence why they didn't put Marvel Now
Exactly.
on the cover.
You just said it yourself. It's the standard banner now.
Right.
It's not
so
Marvel
it's still
Now.
encompassing part of the Marvel Now.
It's not encompassing Marvel Now.
Whatever.
Marvel Now finished months ago. Months and months ago.
Whatever.
Exactly.
You're wrong,
Thanks
I'm right.
for telling me I'm correct. I like that.
DC should follow suit, though, and drop New 52 from the cover.
They should. That banner
I will
is
mention
old.
that every week until it happens.
That banner doesn't apply anymore. Because the
2
New
years
52 was the first year. That was it.
Yeah, 2 years in.
So. Anywho's.
On to my book.
After proving Garry incorrect, again, Infinity launched book. It's pretty good. It's got it's got the crappy new Marvel or Power Man on it. I don't like him at all, actually. He's kind of crappy. His power is to channel the chi of New York. Kind of like
real
Iron
spiritual
Fist.
city there, New York.
I know, kind of like Iron Fist. So he's like a sort of, I don't even know. He's like a cross between Power Man and a cross between Iron Fist.
Iron Fist channels his own chi.
I know, exactly. But he has the chi of a city. So there.
What is he, Jack Hawksmoor from friggin'
Authority.
Authority all of a sudden?
Yeah, I don't know. It's also got
Hang on, what if he's not in New York?
I don't know.
Is he just useless?
I have no idea. I'm not a big Power Man fan. New Power Man
Either
fan.
of them.
It's got White Tiger, whom I love. One of the best characters ever. Loved her dad. Love her. She's great. It's got the Superior Spider-Man. And it's got, so far, Monica Rambeau, a.k.a. Photon, a.k.a. Captain Marvel, now calling herself Spectrum. All the Avengers are off in space, battling baddies, Thanos armies, whatever.
Thanos' army is on Earth,
all
by the way.
that's left, these mighty Avengers
Thanos'
to
army is coming to
hold
Earth.
the fort. Hold the fort. And what do? They hold it.
They hold it. Apparently the fort has been held.
Well, yeah.
Look at the power roster they got there.
It is a power roster.
Yep.
I like it.
You've got 4 street-level heroes and 1, I'd say, Thor level.
Which one are you referring to as Thor level?
Clearly the cosmically powered outer space one. Not the guy in the yellow t-shirt.
Well, she's not outer spacey either.
I thought she was.
No.
So what powers does she have now?
She basically turns into all different kinds of light.
Oh, so she's Dr.
stuff.
Dr. Photon. Dr. Spectrum, sorry.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So literally these guys are street-level jobbers
energy and light, yeah. So
fighting
yeah.
against Thanos.
Yeah. Well, don't forget, Iron Fist will be joining. And Blue Marvel.
As much as I love Iron Fist, he's street-level.
I know. And the Blue Marvel, though, he is cosmic level. He is strong. He is tough. He has powers. But you'd have to read that miniseries to really
Yeah, I'm sure I do.
get a hold of it. Oh, it's awesome. I read it, I don't know, a few weeks back. It was awesome. Alright, so...
It's just, it seems like another Avengers book.
That's a
Just
must-buy. Must-buy, written by Al Ewing, with art by Greg Land, which is actually pretty good, I
That
must
was
say.
one of the things that was pushing me to get it, because I love Greg Land.
Yeah.
But I have too many Avengers books.
Never
And
too
I
many.
don't think I need this one, seeing as I don't really care that much about anybody in the book.
Yeah. I like, on this particular cover, 3 out of the 5. Actually, even Cage wasn't bad in this issue,
To me, it looks
surprisingly.
like Ultimate Spider-Man the comic, like the cartoon show.
Yeah.
It's a very close roster to that. I mean, if Sam Alexander Nova hops into there, they've basically got Ultimate Spider-Man from the cartoon into comic books now.
I see.
Because Spidey's there, Power Man, White Tiger, Iron Fist, and Nova.
Oh, that's cool.
So, it's a good cartoon. You just have to check it out.
Yeah. Well, it's
So,
a good book. I
overall,
enjoyed it.
what
I
do you
give
say?
it 4 out of 5 Geoffs. It was pretty good for an introductory issue. Especially for a team of, let's call them, not top-tier heroes. Well, a couple are. Spider-Man is. There's also a new character in the book.
Spider Hero?
Yes.
Yeah.
You just gave away the whole ending. Good
I
job.
gave away the name of a character in a book who no one knows who he is, what he's about, where he comes
No,
from.
but it gives away the ending.
You're the one that just said that he's in the ending.
Oh, shut up.
I just said the name of the character. I didn't say where he was in the story.
You! Okay, buy the book anyways. It's great. For an Avengers book, for a Luke Cage book, it's great. What'd you read?
I read. We haven't really talked about the Ultimate Universe all that much on
Because
the
it
show.
sucks!
You suck. Ultimates. The Ultimates. Number
The
issue
Ultimates,
30.
Not Ultimates.
It's hard. Like Ultimate Comics. The Ultimates.
Yeah. Is it that one?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not The Ultimates. It's Ultimate Comics The Ultimates. Because there is an Ultimates, there is a The Ultimates, and then there's the Ultimate Comics The Ultimates.
It's the only one that's going on right now.
Alright. Just to be clear. Just to be clear.
This is new comic book day. I'm not going back and reading one from 5 years ago.
I don't know. This Ultimate stuff is, who knows what's going on with that, 'cause no one
It's-
reads it anymore, so...
Well, unless it says Ultimate Spider-Man on it, no one reads it. Although, the Ultimates has been doing some really cool things, because this writer has kind of come back around to the notion that, hey, you can really get away with doing anything you want to these characters. We don't just have to have, oh, here's the ultimate version of this bad guy. He's exactly the same. Oh. So this one kind of wraps up a storyline that's been going on for quite a little while. It's called Disassembled, so draw your own connections. But Falkov finishes off strong in this storyline. It's they've been introducing the Infinity Gems into the Ultimate Universe.
Oh, I see.
But there's multiple copies of the Infinity Gems, so there's characters in the book rocking a pair of Infinity Gauntlets.
Oh, yeah.
And they've got Reed Richards popping back up after he went insane in Enemy Within, or Ultimate Enemy, I think it was.
Huh.
And yeah, he's basically like one of the big bads of the Ultimate Marvel Universe now.
Oh, yeah.
And the way that he's written using his powers is really cool. We don't really get to see Reed Richards use his powers all that much in the normal 616 universe. He's always just, stretching, making himself into a ball. But this one, like, he's making copies of himself. He's, like, going super paper thin and stretching out over an entire room to fight and combat people. I think because he is far more insane and villainous in this, he's come up with cool, twisted ways to use his powers. I enjoy it. We've got the Ultimate Universe version of Kang, and it's a great twist on Kang. It's a cool... I've been enjoying this disassembled storyline. It basically wraps up the Ultimate Universe, for the Ultimates anyway, going into Hunger and Cataclysm coming up. It sets the stage well for the next big, possibly, finale of the Ultimate Universe.
Yay!
They haven't really said what's coming up after Cataclysm's over. Hunger leads into Cataclysm, and then all the current ongoing Ultimate books get rebranded as Cataclysm Spider-Man 1, or Cataclysm Ultimates 1, Cataclysm X-Men 1.
Yeah, because they need rebranding again.
It ties into a storyline, so it's kind of a renumbering, restarting, but they haven't really come out and said what's going to be happening after that. People are thinking maybe it'd be an all-digital series, or it might just reboot with all number ones across the board. We have been without a Fantastic Four title for a long time in the Ultimate Universe. And with what's been going on with Reed Richards and Sue and Ben and Johnny, I think it'd be kind of cool to look at the dynamic of that version of the Fantastic Four now. So maybe if we got a relaunch, we'll get a new Ultimate Fantastic Four book, which would be cool. But, it's, as I said, I enjoy the Ultimate Universe. I've been a fan since the get-go. We also get a little bit of our Age of Ultron ramifications in this book as well. We see, like, time and universe walls breaking and splitting apart, so you get
that's all right.
A couple of pages of cool... You see the other versions of the characters from the Ultimate Universe throughout the all the time stream and all the parallel versions of them, so that's kind of neat. And Nick Fury's Howling Commandos have been in this story arc, and they're a cool version of the Howling Commandos. I think they're a lot better than the Secret Warriors version.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the story in Secret Warriors was great, but the cool versions of these characters, like you got Frank Castle, Danny Keech, Hercules, and who else? Stature. So, kind of a cool mix. It's the art is really nice. I can't even begin to pronounce the guy's last name. Carmine Di Giamondenko? Whatever.
Okay.
Butchered that all to hell. But it's really cool. Like I said, I'm an Ultimates fan. I'm an Ultimate Universe fan. I've been reading them since the get-go. And I'm hoping they stick around. I enjoy the Ultimate Universe. I like the original concept of the Ultimate Universe was continuity-free. It's been going on for a decade now, so that kind of, or nearly a decade and a half. So that continuity-free kind of falls apart now.
Yeah.
There's
lots.
They're putting a lot more emphasis on we can do all this weird stuff. We can have the Thing transform into a purple energy monster and then back into rock form. We can do stuff like this because it's not as... I want to say as popular. I don't want to use that word because there are still Ultimates fans, but it's not as high profile.
As popular.
Yeah, it's not as high profile as the 616 universe. And so they have some wiggle room to do some cool things with characters. So Disassembled, really good conclusion of the story arc. I'm looking forward to seeing where they go off into Cataclysm, as well as finishing off when Hunger wraps as well.
I'm looking forward to the end of that universe.
I bet you are, because you hate things that I like.
No, I hate... See, when that universe started, they put all their big names on those books instead of putting all their big names on the main books. I'm like, why do that? That's just dumb.
So you hate it out of, a grudge from nearly 15 years ago?
Yes! Yes, I do. They almost, failed the Marvel Universe that way. I'm like, come on, man.
Any huge, massive names. I mean...
Bendis?
He's still writing Spider-Man.
Yeah, I know. He's stuck in there.
I mean, they had some good names on books across both universes back when the Ultimate line launched.
Still, they could have just put them on the main books.
Well, they wanted
and
to
boosted the sales on them instead.
But they did it for the other one instead, and it gave other people a chance to develop.
That's not why they did it.
They had a new product launching, and they put their best guns on it. That seems to be a good idea.
It was a self-serving...
Self-serving in their own interest?
No. What's his name? Who was the EIC? Not Dan Buckley. It was...
Oh, Christ, I can't even remember.
Jeez, I can't remember his name either at the moment. Anyways, it was his pet project, sort of like Didio's New 52. It was... Didio tried to get New 52 up.
It was Bendis' pet project.
No,
it was the Ultimate U.
New 52, he was going to put that up when Paul Levitz was still EIC. But Levitz was like, nope, screw that. That's stupid.
Like getting rid of 100 years of books.
Why not just put our best names on our best books and so on, and keep going. Kind of like legacy type of deal. But, so once Levitz got essentially stepped down, or whatever happened to him, I can't remember. I think he stepped down.
Yeah, there's nothing too big about Levitz leaving.
So then, boom, open the door. Didio was like, boom, New 52. And
Done.
then it happened.
Yeah.
Just a pet project. That's what he wanted to do. So, anyways, goodbye, Ultimates. I won't miss you.
I thought you meant goodbye as in it was a good book. Screw you. If you like the Ultimates, if you've been reading it on going forward, if you've been reading it going back, I guess, definitely pick this up. It's a good book. I give it 3.5 out of 5. Quality read. It's a great way to wrap up the story and sets us well on our way into Cataclysm.
All right, cool. Trade review this week. I read American Vampire Volume 4. It was pretty damn good, as were the 3 previous volumes of American Vampire by Scott Snyder and usual artistic collaborator Raphael Albuquerque, I want to say. Kind of just like the Albuquerque, like the city, or whatever.
I've never read a single issue of that book.
It's a shame.
It really is.
It's awesome. It is what made Scott Snyder famous, basically, at DC, because it's fantastic. His take on vampires is awesome.
Nice.
First story arc in the trade deals with the history of Skinner Sweet back in the Old West, and as he was a kid and all this kind of stuff. It was pretty good, except for some of the art was, let's call it...
hit or miss?
Let's call it hit or miss. Let's say that. All right, hit or miss.
Fair enough.
The second arc in the book, Death Race, I believe it is titled.
That's kind of cool.
Is awesome. Deals with Skinner Sweet in the 1950s, I should say. It was fantastic. Like, just great storytelling. And then there's one more story at the end with him in, I believe it is also the 50s and/or, 1954. And it deals with other vampires, but not specifically Skinner Sweet this time. But still, fantastic book. You can't get a better vampire book on the stands than this one. It's a lot of original ideas. The art is fantastic. The writing is top-notch. It's amazing. So pick up all 4 trades. Can't hype it enough. It's definitely a 10 out of 10 book. Like, it's great.
Awesome.
So we got a power panel, don't we?
We do. I've been torn on this one.
What is your power panel of the week?
I gotta go with a book I didn't think I would enjoy, that I didn't actually buy. Read a friend's copy of it. Green Lantern 23.1, the Relic origin story. It was just really cool. Quick gist of it before I get to the actual cool panel. Relic is a carryover from another universe, or a previous version of the universe, so very, very Galactus-like. And in their universe, again, they had people wielding the emotional spectrum. They called them lightsmiths. And they had their weapons. They weren't rings. They were like staves and everything. And they had their wars and their fights. And they had their society that was kind of built around light and the emotional spectrum. So he's going on about how they're using up a resource. Because this resource fuels the whole universe and they keep using it, it's going to run out. So he sets off to try and prove that he's right. And throughout his course of his journey, he ends up at the edge of the universe, and he ends up at the Source Wall. Huh. And I can't think if we've seen the Source Wall yet in the New 52. So as far as I could recall while reading it, this was the first time we'd seen the Source Wall.
As a point of interest, you hate the title New 52, but you refer to it all the time as the New 52. Just saying.
Well, yeah, because I'm giving context to what I'm talking about.
All right.
So I mean, I don't know if we've seen the Source Wall yet. I know you're not getting.
Let's get to the panel here. Let's go.
I just said what it was.
You already did?
Yeah. Relic at the Source Wall.
Oh, okay.
Like, he flies his spaceship up, and he's like, analyzing this giant, massive wall that separates off the universe that he can't get around. And his theory is that what powers the emotional spectrum is what's beyond the wall.
Oh, I see.
So it's such a cool concept to kind of building the Green Lantern mythology into
possible
the Source
future
Wall.
storyline.
Yeah, and it's great. So, and his theory is that it's going to run out. The energy is going to keep being used by the Lightsmiths, and he ends up being right. So now he's in this version of the universe, trying to wage war on all the lanterns to get them to stop using it before they destroy another universe. So the whole Lights Out arc kind of spins off of that coming up in Green Lantern. So it was just really cool to see the Source Wall. Again, the first time I can remember seeing it in like 2 years. So that was my big, stupid grin on my face power panel of the week. I just love the concept of the Source Wall.
Cool. Yeah. Maybe at some point, 5 years from now, I'll read that.
That's okay. So 5 years? 5 years. All right. I'll keep my issues around so
we'll
you can read it.
We'll see.
Yeah.
So we got some comic news, eh?
You do.
It was some comic news.
Not the biggest news week in the world, but some good stuff.
Wasn't.
We finally got our first hints of Marvel Now Phase 2 with their Point Now initiative they're calling it. It's round 2. Yeah. Basically. We've got 3 titles announced. We've got
we don't have 3 titles announced. We have 2 titles announced.
Well, the
other one is Avengers Point Now.
Yeah.
Avengers 23 Point Now.
24.
Whatever, 23, 24.
So 24 Point Now. It changes up the team. We've got Jonathan Hickman writing still. Yeah. Thankfully. And I can't remember how to pronounce this guy's name. Asad Ribic. Yeah. I think is his name. Who's doing the painted work on Thor. So fantastic. They're jumping onto Avengers, which is fantastic. And the cool thing is you get a digital code, not only for like that issue, but a bulk set of previous issues to catch you up.
But they haven't defined which issues yet.
They've just said a batch. Yeah. So I mean, it's still a really cool idea.
It's an intro issue, but the first official book is All New Invaders.
All New Invaders, yeah.
That book I can't wait for.
With Cap, Thor... Cap, Namor, there we no, Cap, Namor, Torch, and Bucky. Like, original Human Torch, which I'm kind of curious.
Winter Soldier, not Bucky. Winter Soldier.
No, maybe they'll call him Bucky, I don't know.
No, they won't.
Cap will call him Bucky.
Yeah, maybe, actually.
Or James. Yeah. James. But it's a cool team. Like, James Robinson writing it, which kind of blew me away. I'm like, okay. Yeah. That I'm okay with. I'm okay with James Robinson doing it. Of course, I'd rather him be doing Earth 2, but whatever. Yep. It's my own issue. But, that'll probably be a pickup. Yeah. And the second book is Inhumans #1.
Wrong. It's Inhuman #1.
That was Inhumans.
No, it's not.
Are you sure?
Inhuman.
Can we look that up?
You don't have to look it up, because I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, because it deals with, remember, it's not mainly focused on the royal family, it's all the people on Earth turning into Inhumans.
Which create a shit ton of little families.
Yeah, exactly. So it's Inhuman. Yeah. #1.
With Matt Fraction and Joey Mad doing the art.
It was announced weeks and weeks and weeks ago.
Yeah, but now we know when it's coming out. Cover, we know what it's part of.
We have the cover out and who was writing and drawing it. Come on, man. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention.
Shut up. Shut up. So, I mean, there's also rumors going around that we're going to be getting a Black Widow book coming up as well.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I'm hoping some Silver Surfer, maybe.
Yeah, they said that too, maybe. But there's also, in March, on the DC front, which you love DC, Superman weekly book, possibly?
Potentially, yeah.
With also possibly Batman, JLA, and Green Lantern weekly books starting up soon, too. Great. So that will add on 52 issues a year for you from multiple titles. Imagine 4 titles At 52 issues a year.
I'm getting tired of DC.
That's
doing
200
this crap.
8 books. 208 books a year you're gonna buy in addition to what you normally buy.
If this keeps going, I seriously gotta look at my DC books and make some cuts. It's
just
too
don't
much.
add the weeklies.
I going from right now, I won't be.
Yeah.
A weekly Justice League book. Okay, I could see that. A weekly Superman, a weekly Batman. No.
I know.
No.
And you don't need a weekly Green Lantern book.
Really don't. There's enough of them where you get a Green Lantern book a week.
Exactly. Yeah, you do get one a week. If you want to tie them all in.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, you got Larfleeze, you got Core, you got Guardians, and the main book, and Red. You've got 5. Space them out so they ship on those weeks. There's your weekly. Done.
Exactly. That's the same with Batman and the same with Superman.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of creators leaving their books as well this week.
Sure do.
Got one of the best teams leaving one of the best books. We got a Flash book getting a completely new creative team. Francis Manapul and Brian, please tell me how to pronounce his name.
Buccellato or something.
Thank you. They're leaving Flash. They're moving on to some other book in DC. They haven't really said what they're going to yet. But I'm really sad that they're leaving Flash. I think that's visually one of the most interesting books every single month. The layouts are fantastic. The colors are great. The way they actually convey a sense of Barry's speed has been fantastic in the book. It's very up there with the art style and layouts you get on Batwoman, or got on Batwoman, I guess would be the way to say it. So...
Bigger news, though.
Yeah.
Geoff Johns leaving Aquaman.
Yeah.
Which we're like last week, I think it was.
What happens if Geoff Johns leaves Aquaman?
Yeah. Will we still buy it? But I think I'm going to, because Jeff Parker's taken over, and I enjoyed his Agents of Atlas series.
He recovered and righted the ship that was Red Hulk.
That's right. He made Red Hulk way better. Mm-hmm. So I have faith in Jeff Parker.
Yeah.
I have faith.
Yeah.
So it should be pretty good.
Keep it in the hands of a Jeff.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Different spelling, but still.
Yep. So that's not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
A couple of quick other things from this week. Little controversies spilling around. Oh, wait. DC again.
Yeah.
Because they're just geniuses. The Harley Quinn art competition.
Yeah.
Now, you said you didn't read too much about it.
I read nothing on it.
Okay. The whole thing, like Harley Quinn 0 that's coming out is...
well, I know about that.
Yeah, hodgepodge of artists contributing pages, kind of auditioning.
A different page by every artist.
And it's fourth wall breaking issue as well, so communicating with the writers and the audience. A neat concept. DC put out a contest where they were asking fans to draw some sequential panels to get submitted, and if they were selected, they got their art in the issue. Could be a cool way to break into the industry for an art student just out of school, trying to make a name for themselves. Great idea. The problem arose from the descriptions of some of the panels. It was Harley Quinn in a variety of suicide attempts. One of them was strapping chickens onto herself and jumping into an alligator pit or something. And the one that got people the most was Harley Quinn naked in a bathtub filled with water and a bunch of appliances ready to drop in and kill herself.
Yeah.
So the whole contest idea came out the week before Suicide Prevention Month.
Huh.
And that was the information that got DC saying, yep, draw Harley Quinn naked in a bathtub. A little bit sensationalized, admittedly, but that's how every website decided to push the issue, push the article, and tell people about it. DC wants you to draw Harley Quinn naked, killing herself.
Yeah.
And, people jumped to conclusions, lost their minds. Initial reaction is, on my point anyway, was, that's a little odd, but I don't know what's going on completely. And Jim Lee took to Twitter, seeing as he's one of the faces of DC, going on about context. If you have a sequential piece of artwork, A, B, C, you put A in the space of B, B in the space of C, C in the place of A, you completely change the context of the story. And he went through and did quick examples of this. And then Jimmy Palmiotti, who's writing the issue, came out and said he basically took responsibility for this, saying he wasn't clear when he made his descriptions about what was going on in the panel. The whole story hasn't been revealed about how these panels play into it. It's kind of like a dream sequence, fourth wall breaking thing. So it's not what people think it is based upon this little tiny blurb that DC put out.
Yeah.
So it's DC mixing signals, getting their information out wrong, saying other companies do this all the time. So it's jump to conclusion based upon little bits of information.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not glorifying or promoting it. It might be a little bit cheesecake-ish when it comes out, but whatever. And my other thing from the week is DC and their anti-marriage stance.
Yeah, I saw that.
Apparently Aquaman and Mera aren't married, despite the fact he has clearly said that he's his queen.
Yeah.
So
he's not his queen. She's his queen.
Whatever. But I don't... And the whole Batwoman not being able to get married.
Yeah. And
that's why they bailed on that book. And what Didio did in an interview where he says having characters married limits storytelling.
Yep.
What kind of BS is this?
I know.
All the stories that they can't tell.
The only thing that limits storytelling are bad writers.
Yeah, exactly. You can tell a great story about anything. Like, Reed and Sue have been married for decades.
I know.
They get great stories out of those two being married.
Exactly.
Is there any actually married people in the DC universe now?
No, there is not.
There's not a single one.
Nope.
And I think the worst travesty, the marriage that they broke up the most, was Barry and Iris.
Yeah.
That was the one I was the most upset to see go. And I don't understand the mentality of Didio and his staff.
Because now he can date other people. Yay!
Yeah, that's what I want. I want Barry swinging around on the town. Come on. Like, they can't
date Pandora.
They can't. Heroes who make these sacrifices to be heroes can't have happy personal lives. Well, did you ever think maybe that's how they draw their strength and their ability to keep doing what they do because of their personal lives?
Yeah.
Oh, even Buddy Baker's not married anymore. He was the only one.
No, nobody is.
Buddy Baker was.
But not anymore.
Right. He was the only one. And I don't understand it. It is complete cop-out, and it's a BS excuse. And I hate it.
Alright, moving on.
I've done my angry tirade.
What are we going to do? Some toys?
Let's do some toys.
Alright. Let's do some
DC
toys.
Solicits came out this week, and we've got our Arkham Origins based upon the new game coming out. Series 2 action
you knew
figures.
those were going to come out.
Well, yeah. Series 1, I mean, you got Joker, Black Mask, Batman, and I think Bane.
Yeah.
Another Bane, so this is cool. But the Series 2 has Firefly, Deadshot, Anarchy, and Deathstroke. Really cool looking figures. The designs from the game look great. I haven't actually gotten any of the figures from any of the Arkham games, but I might get the Batman out of this because I really like how the costume looks, and the Deathstroke figure looks great. Very, very current DC Deathstroke design. And he just looks really cool, but bulky plate armor. He's got his staff and sword. So it could be some cool figures. And they've gone and expanded a little bit on the Crime Syndicate figures coming out. Starting next year, we've got like a Johnny Quick who comes with a little Atomica, which is really cool. We've got Owlman, Power Ring, Superwoman, and Ultraman coming out. They start hitting in February. The only issue I have with them, the pictures they released, they don't look very good.
No?
DC Direct's figures tend to be, 14, 15 points of articulation. They're designed to kind of... They're not McFarlane statue figures, but they're not Marvel Legends figures. These new Crime Syndicate figures, they have articulation points in the chest, they have double knees, double elbows.
Oh, yeah?
They look like kind of a combination Mattel Marvel Legends, and they don't look very good.
Yeah.
They kind of have, like, Owlman looks okay, but Johnny Quick looks odd. Power Ring looks just really weird. He's thin, kind of. I couldn't really angle the photos at, but for the DC Direct figures, I want heavy, dense plastic. I want, like... Yeah. I'm fine with limited articulation because the damn figures look so good.
Well, maybe it's just pre-production stuff.
I'm hoping. I mean, they had the cool lighting photo of Ultraman, Power Ring, and Superwoman that came out first, and they looked great. But these, like, clear-as-day photos are a little iffy. So I'm definitely reserving judgment until I see them on the shelf to determine whether I buy them or not. Yeah. I'm hoping that maybe they change and they go back to normal. And I'm hoping this isn't the new standard for DC Direct because I'm a little worried.
All right. What else you got?
My other bit of thing, finally some new Mini-Mates.
Yay!
We finally got new Mini-Mates. It feels like so long since we've got some comic book style Marvel Mini-Mates. I mean, the Wolverine ones came out a week or two ago, but I mean, that was so late with the movie, no one really cared. And they weren't really that good anyway.
Yeah.
But the new series, Marvel Main Mates, this is Series 50. It's actually the fan choice selection from this year, which they don't actually mention on the package, which is a little weird. But we got Baron Zemo with a Nova Corps Centurion, and Baron Zemo is also the alternate chase pack as well, where it's Baron Zemo the First, like the World War II version. So that's pretty cool. You also get Cyborg Spider-Man, which is just a great design, and Songbird, and Ghost Rider, the Danny Keach version, and Onslaught from back in the 90s. And actually, they made a quick improvement on the Ghost Rider figure as well. The art and everything we've seen had solid blue flame a deco, but this one is actually clear, translucent blue throughout the head and the flames.
Yeah.
So it looks a lot better than the art pieces coming out. And it's just a cool wave. I got the entire series, including the Chase variant as well, which is cool because it's a completely different character, and the Nova Centurion comes with alternate pieces to build another version of the Centurion, so it's cool having multiple pieces, so the little armor builder sets. So I'm really happy to crack these open, and probably do a quick review on these on the blog as well.
Cool.
So a good bit of toy news.
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. So moving on to our video games for the week.
Vidja
Games. Vidja Games.
So, you got news, or are you just playing stuff?
I got a bit of news and I've been playing stuff. I mentioned a couple weeks ago I've been playing Dead Space. I beat that. Super fun. Got the Game Plus mode where I get to go back through with all my upgrades and everything. So going back through and just having a fun time, just kicking all types of ass with all my upgrades. Cool. I also started playing Dead Space 2. Good game. Not as good as Dead Space 1. I'm enjoying it. How good the game is kind of overwrites some of the issues I have with it. The first time you get a gun in Dead Space 2, it's slapped together from like a surgical instrument and a flashlight. It builds on the fly, and that just bugged me. I'm like, this is dumb. But that kind of, I got to ignore that because I had a Dead Space save file, and it gave me my plasma cutter from the first Dead Space. So I got to use that. I'm like, alright, great, this thing's going away. To hell with the piece of crap one. Yeah. The suits you buy, you can switch back and forth between them. Like, if you visually like one that's not as good as one you upgrade to, you can change back to the one you like better, but you keep the upgrades of the best suit. So I really, really like that. Some of the issues I have, though, it's very rudimentary and kind of like easy going, even on normal. They give you tons of upgrades left, right, and center for your weapons and armor. They're just laying around. At one point, I had 10 power nodes kicking around, which you use to upgrade your suit and your weapons. I didn't get anywhere near that in Dead Space. And it's just, you can kind of see how we went from where they did in Dead Space 1, where it's a survival horror game where, crap matters, you're not going to be wasting ammo, to where we went to Dead Space 3, where it's a run-and-gun co-op shooter. Yeah. So I'm a little disappointed, but as I said, the atmosphere, the presentation of the game, the fact that Isaac is a cool character, I'm fine with some of the shortfalls of the game. That's cool. And I went on record on the show saying I was a little troubled at how he didn't talk much at all during Dead Space. He won't shut up now in Dead Space 2 and takes his helmet off all the time. So, silent protagonists, I guess it worked better in Dead Space 1. So I enjoy it a bit more. The Call of Duty Ghosts, our yearly entry in the Call of Duty franchise, launched their story trailer this week. Cool. Starts off where it looks like you're playing an astronaut in space with guns, so that's stupid. And it looks like there's some type of rail gun thing, basically from G.I. Joe 2, where they're shooting from space these giant pillars of steel or whatever down into the earth, and they shoot America and just completely screw everything up. So, big terrorist act wrecks America, and this is where the story picks up from. So, yeah, astronauts with guns shooting in space. That sounds actually like a winning formula to me. It looks... No. Yep. Nope. I think so. It's the, okay, we did this in Call of Duty, whatever the hell the last one was. Where do we go bigger? Let's put it in space. Let's give them guns in space. Yeah. Now we've got, like, this big, huge mag gun firing rails of solid steel into the ground. Would you have rather it been phasers? No, I'd rather them just not do anything that big and stupid to try and trump what they've done last year. Focus. That's sometimes the better way to go about a story. Which is like, has Joss Whedon saying about Avengers 2, you can't go bigger. You sometimes have to focus and go narrower, but but more emotionally impactful. You
Yeah.
can't just go bigger. So, like I said, I play the pew pew bang bang shooters online with my friends, and I'm glad we're Battlefielders because this just looks better. And
it's only the first trailer.
no, they've had more trailers.
Have they?
They've had more trailers. They've showed off the multiplayer, and it just looks the same. And now the trailer with space combat, pew pew bangs in space. Nah.
Maybe the gameplay will win it over, though.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Cool bit of news as well, going off of last week with Nintendo announcing the new little handheld system. PlayStation and Sony announced this cool new little box that you can buy for $100. Mm-hmm. It's called the PlayStation Vita TV. It's a little tiny white box about the size of a pack of cards that you can put on your TV, and it has a slot in it for PlayStation Vita games. You can play PlayStation Vita games on your TV with a DualShock 3 controller. You can also, it's a streaming box, media box as well, so like different subscription services, you can stream through it as well. And you can play PS1 games, PSP, and Vita games. There's a list of some games that won't work with it for the PSV because of the touchpad and the gyro.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's like, there's a couple of games that are even worth
sweet.
it. So, yeah, it's $100. There's a bundle with $150. You get a DualShock with it. So, this is great because if you want a Vita but don't want to play it with the stupid controls or you just don't like the format, this is a little tiny box. You slap it on your TV. You can play Vita games with a DualShock controller. And it's fantastic. There's no word yet whether it's coming out stateside. I can't see it not coming out stateside. It probably might launch here, hopefully, in the new year. There are some really cool games on the Vita. It's starting to build up a good third-party, kind of smaller indie scene. So it might be something I might be looking at picking up, especially for $100.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, and access to some PSP games and PS1 library. There'll probably be a patch once the Japanese version of the PlayStation 4 comes out. Sorry. When the PlayStation 4 launches, there'll be a patch where you can use a DualShock 4 controller with it, but as of right now, it's only DualShock 3 because Japan's not getting the PlayStation 4 until later on.
Oh.
So there'll be a patch to work with the PS4.
Interesting.
But yeah, it's kind of really cool. You just slap a Vita game in, and you can play on your TV.
That's cool.
So,
I like that.
And for the price point, it's worth getting, and it's a great little thing. And they even announced a new Vita with a kind of a cheaper model, so they covered their bases. If you like the Vita, you want to take it with you, buy this cheap one. You don't like carrying the Vita around with you, but you like some of the games you want to play at home, here's an option.
So you'll be buying 3 systems.
I won't really say that the Vita TV is a system. I consider it more of just a set-top box. And for $100... I already have a PS4 controller. I'll probably wait until the patch comes out so I don't have to buy a new controller. Yeah. But yeah, I totally get it. Because there's going to be a lot. I mean, I might even get the cheaper PS Vita if it comes out here because of the integration. They want to tie it into the PlayStation 4.
That's all right.
So yeah, really happy with that. Sony is firing on all gears with their product launches the last little while.
Cool.
So really happy with that.
All right.
Yeah.
So, I guess we're going on to some news bits.
We got our interwebs.
Some news bits.
Yeah.
Saddest bit of news this week. I know it's the top of your list. Pirates of the Caribbean 5 put on hold.
Oh, God. I actually forgot they were making a 5th one.
It's put on hold. Pushed back due to script problems.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
So, for all you Jack Sparrow fans, you're going to be waiting a little while longer.
Jeez.
Darn it all.
What's the release now on that?
I don't know.
2015, maybe?
No, I think further than that.
Oh.
I don't know. Hard to say.
Wow.
It's sad.
If it is 2015, that makes that and Ant-Man added to the summer list.
That's right. Ant-Man moved to summer 15.
God, I might as well just rent a condo near a movie theater because I'm just going to be going there every week.
I know. There's so many movies that year.
It's insane. Start saving your money now, kids.
I know. I'm going to the movies all the time.
Yeah. Can I just buy a pass?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so good. Just buy a movie pass.
I know.
Just pay like $100 and like, this is me for the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
So what else you got? You got something else?
Yeah, we got the complete Breaking Bad collection announced this week.
Yeah, you knew that was going to come out.
Yeah,
though.
it comes out November 26th. Going to be it's on pre-order right now on Amazon for $225. 16 discs. You get all the episodes, features, commentaries. You get a Los Pollos Hermanos apron as well, which is really cool. And the entire collection is housed within a little chemical drum barrel thing. So neat little display piece. I love it. A little out of my price range right now, and especially since I don't have a DVD player. But actually, no, I'll have a DVD player by the time that comes, a Blu-ray player by the time that comes out.
That's
right. I'll have my PS4 by then.
That's right.
So I could see me getting that a little bit later on, maybe when it's about $199, $175 if Amazon does a deal on it.
Christmas. Wait till Christmas.
Yeah, it's a cool little set. It's a great show, fantastic. So I'm big psyched about that.
Is there not another DVD or Blu-ray box set?
There is possibly one of the coolest DVDs. It's on
I wouldn't
DVD.
use that terminology.
Shut up, I would. It is the
not.
Power Rangers Legacy Collection. It's 98 DVDs containing all 767 episodes of Power Rangers since
no
the
one
day
will ever
it
watch
launched.
that.
Well, it's limited to 2,000, so they have 2,000 chances to sell this to people. It's out December 3rd. It's not sold in stores. It's only at PowerRangersLegacyCollection.com. It's from Shout Factory, who does all the cool little DVD sets for the old cartoons. There's bonus DVDs on there with extra features and behind-the-scenes deleted stuff. But yes, 98 DVDs, all the episodes. It's
$1,000?
$650. Free shipping as well, so that's kind of neat.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, and the coolest thing is it comes housed in a Red Ranger helmet. You take the back open and all the discs are labeled out, and it has the names of the Zords on it. So like Mastodon, Pterodactyls, Triceratops, Tyrannosaurus, Dragon Zord, White Tiger Zord, all on the inside of the disc, so you can see the labels, and they're numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all the way through. But yeah, 98 DVDs in a Red Ranger helmet. So cool. For nostalgia's sake, I mean, I would love to be in a financial position where I could buy it.
The design sounds cool, and the premise sounds cool. The actual product is garbage.
Aww.
Watching that stuff? Come on.
I still love it.
The only, good thing about it was the Pink Ranger. Come on. Amy Jo Johnson.
Oh, man.
Fantasies of young boys everywhere.
But yeah, if you're interested, hit up PowerRangersLegacy.com. Check it out. If you're a huge Power Rangers fan, it's definitely a crown jewel for collectors to pick up. Yeah.
Will you be getting it?
Honestly, because I love huge box sets and great packaging, if I had the money, I would totally get it. Because I think it would look great in my house. I love huge DVD collections, especially if you shove them in a cool case.
Yeah.
Like, my favorite DVD that I have is Evil Dead 2. I think it's Evil Dead 2. Maybe it's actually just Evil Dead. It's in a Necronomicon. It's not the scale. It's like a DVD case scale. But it's like little squishy rubber, and it looks like the Necronomicon. It has like all the art on the inside of the actual Necronomicon.
Yeah.
So anything you put DVDs or Blu-rays in that's cool, that's kind of different, that's impossible to display on a shelf anywhere, I love.
That's cool.
So... yeah, big happy.
So, I don't know if you saw this.
I probably did.
But, Sylvester Stallone's bringing out Rocky the Musical. Can't wait. If that ever came to our city, I would pay to watch that. You imagine Rocky fighting Apollo Creed, singing?
Is he going to play Rocky?
No.
Aww.
He is not in it, obviously.
Oh. Why obviously?
Because he's too old.
He's not old, he's experienced.
Yeah,
he's seasoned.
No, it'll be Broadway. He can't sing. So there'll be Broadway actors playing them, of course. But,
hello, Adrian!
Hey, Mick!
Don't you die on me, Mick! This is why we don't sing on the show.
It'll be awesome. It'll be awesome.
Oh, wow.
Apollo Creed, singing while he's,
You know what? I'm giving it all this shit. I'm totally gonna go see it.
I know, I would go see it. For sure. I hope it does well. I really do.
Can you imagine just, getting an email one day from Mervish, the ticket company up here in Canada? It was I
know.
See Mervish, see Rocky live on stage at the Mervish Theater. Yes!
I know. That'd be
$150
awesome.
tickets? Yes, I don't care.
I know, I don't care either. I would definitely go see Rocky the Musical.
Can you imagine the boxing gloves you could get at like the
awesome.
merchandising stand?
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
I'm in. I've sold myself on the show.
Yeah, no, like it just sounds awesome.
Yeah.
It's one of the best movies of all time.
Yeah.
Like it's awesome.
All right,
now all I need is Rocky 4 the musical.
Would it just be Rocky, or do you think it would do all of them?
I think it's just the first one.
Oh no, could you imagine doing all of them?
Yeah, through his whole life. They
Wow.
could do that actually. They haven't really said anything. So yeah, it could be that.
I am in even more.
Rocky 5?
Yeah!
Tommy Gunn!
Just have some big, huge, burly guy come out as Tommy Gunn, and then Rocky just walks up,
It's literally
punches
like
him out. Like 2
half
seconds.
a scene.
Yeah.
It's like half a
Just
scene.
Rocky beating the crap out of him in an alley.
I'm retired because of my brain.
Oh, man. Can we get they have screenplays that they base the musical on. Can we get like a screenplay written for this and then submit it? Because we got great ideas.
Well, Stallone's producing it.
Oh.
I'm sure he'll be writing some
I
of
can't
it.
wait. I can't wait.
I know. It's, there's so many possibilities.
Ah! Yeah!
So many.
Love Rocky.
Adrian!
That's how the show's gotta end. It's gotta end on that. Just
really?
like...
But if it goes to the last Rocky musical, or movie, she's already dead in the ground.
Exactly. It's poignant.
Maybe.
Like he's in the ring. Adrian! Curtain. You're welcome.
I can't
boy.
wait to see the ghost of Mick floating above the stage.
Ghost Mick. Ghost Apollo.
That'd be awesome. I know.
Spoiler.
Mr. T. Imagine Mr. T in there.
Wow.
So anyways, I thought that was a pretty cool bit of news. Pretty cool. Not as cool, but kind of interesting. Queen and Country. I don't know if you remember that book by Greg Rucka.
Yeah.
Put out by Oni Press quite a while ago.
I know
Fantastic
what this is.
book.
Yep.
But Ellen Page cast in the new movie, so that's...
I have such a crush on Ellen Page.
I do not.
I do.
She's only good in like 50% of her stuff, so...
Better than a lot of people.
Well, true. So, yeah.
Nice.
That's that for that.
Another cool bit of hopefully casting news coming up. Katie Sackhoff did an interview recently saying...
Boo!
Shut up. You like her in half the things she does.
That's true.
Yeah. Apparently she's had talks, quote unquote, with Marvel about her schedule for the first quarter of 2014, which conveniently is when Avengers 2 is going to start going in front of a camera.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people are speculating that she could be up for the role of Carol Danvers.
I'm hoping not.
I'm completely hoping so. No. She's able to portray tough as nails women roles that aren't, your typical, doting damsel in distress crap. She plays the roles of, a human being who is female. With, a spectrum of emotions and everything, not just what usually is portrayed. And I think that's what Marvel needs to hopefully get a movie out, maybe with a solo female lead.
Yeah.
Which would be cool. I would totally go see Katie Sackhoff in a Carol Danvers movie. Like Captain Marvel? Okay, I'm in. They can use the name.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be really cool if they introduce her in Avengers 2 and maybe spin her off into her own movie. Joss Whedon, who's made them so much money, says that he wants to see female solo Marvel character movies.
Yeah. Danvers
would be a great way to go.
I don't know if she could hold a movie, though.
You put her around the right cast with the Kree in there as well, and I don't know, maybe set her up as a legacy character.
Yeah, maybe.
I think she could pull it off, especially with Katie Sackhoff doing it. She's not a great actress. She's a solid actress, and I think she'd do a great job. Plus, best thing of all, she fits the Marvel role of being kind of a name, but not hugely expensive.
That's true, exactly. They get her on the cheap.
They get her on the cheap from multi-pictures, and she's locked in. So,
yeah.
Cool. So let's talk about the big movie trailer of the week.
What big movie trailer?
Let's end on this.
It was like the big movie trailer of 2 weeks ago, wasn't it, though?
No, it came out like a week ago. Like, it was between last show and this show. So it falls in the purview of this discussion. So we'll end on talking about this news because I'm going to be so mad.
The most awesome trailer debut
What are you
in the last year.
What movie did you see in this trailer?
It's cool, too.
I'm getting way too mad for this because it kind of looks like I care.
So what we're talking about is Robocop!
God.
And he's got the classic look in there.
No, he doesn't!
Did you watch the whole trailer? Because at the beginning he does, and then they change it later.
It's concept art on a screen, and Michael Keaton's like, hell with that.
No. He has it at first. Watch the trailer again.
I watched.
And then he's like, let's make it black. And then they make it black later.
But the black version is the silver one painted black. The quote-unquote classic Robocop is probably only concept art shown on that monitor.
Yeah.
And Keaton's like, no, looks dumb. Switch it. Black. Do it. Cooler. We make toys. Do it. Looks so stupid.
Well, if anyone would know, 5-foot Batman would know.
That's the thing, though. There are so many good people in this movie.
And it's gonna rock.
It's gonna suck.
It's gonna rock hard.
People saying, oh, Dredd turned out well. This is gonna be nothing like Dredd.
You don't know that.
Did you see the trailer?
You're prejudging stuff before you've even watched it.
And this is a fair assessment. You can tell a lot by this movie from that trailer. It has all these stupid tropes and cliches in it. Somehow he's overriding the system. Wow. Awesome.
Because he's a cyborg.
Awesome. Great. What type of suit is this? Dumb. And he has his mask off, clearly going to be for half the movie.
You don't know that. It's only when he's wooing his lady love.
And the stupid human hand? Okay, there was an article about why he has a human hand.
Okay.
I was kind of on board with this until I saw the trailer. The human hand thing is apparently to circumvent, in the movie universe, some BS law in the United States that a robot can't pull a trigger. Then why does he go akimbo with two guns and a gun in each hand? What the hell?
Maybe he has two human hands.
No, he doesn't. The other hand is robot. Because it's black. And it's a robot hand.
Could be a glove.
He had his one arm blown off.
It could be a glove.
His arm is gone.
They could have attached the human hand on.
But then why has one hand left? Shoot him in the hand. It's dumb. The movie has no heart and no soul to it.
From a 2-minute trailer.
Yes.
That's what you can tell.
You can tell. That's what I don't understand. A movie like this, with this cast, we're not getting something.
See, here's the thing. So are you going to go watch this or not? Because
cheap Tuesday.
Here's what you are going to do. Here's what you're going to do. I'm going to tell the audience here what you're going to do. You're going to read everyone's reviews and watch all the commentaries and all the YouTube podcasts on it, and then you'll go see it.
Nope.
Because you've already preformed your opinion on everyone else's opinion.
Nope.
And then you'll hate it.
Wow, that's hurtful. That's calling into my opinion's integrity. That's hurtful.
But that's the norm. That's the norm. Like you did with Star Trek.
No. No.
Yes?
I was clearly able to make my own judgment about how shit that movie was.
But you watched all the podcasts beforehand.
Nope.
And when they said it was crap, you said it was crap.
No.
Yes.
I like movies that people think are crap, and I think movies are crap that people love. It's kind of hard to avoid, things... okay, I knew nothing about Would You Rather.
Yes.
I knew nothing about that movie.
It?
I enjoyed that movie.
We ever got your opinion on that. You said you wanted to see it, but we never got your opinion.
And it's on Netflix now, so that's kind of cool.
Oh, that's cool.
I enjoyed that movie a lot.
It was really good.
It was really good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's your typical torture porn-esque slasher saw-based.
I wouldn't say it was that far. I don't even think there was nudity in it.
That's not what I meant. Torture porn is hostile.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, nudity isn't playing into the fact. Like shelf porn. There's no nudity on the shelves.
True enough.
But it was cool. I mean, seeing the guy from Trailer Park Boys was kind of funny.
What? There was a guy from Trailer Park Boys in there?
Not Julian, the other guy. Ricky.
Really?
Yeah. He was the big, white guy with the mustache, beard thing.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it was Ricky.
I'll have to look at that again.
It was a cool, fun little horror movie. I really enjoyed it. Knew nothing about it going in. Same with, I did see ABCs of Death, like I mentioned.
I've only seen part. I can't make it past D so far.
You didn't make it to F?
No, not yet.
Oh my... Do you have it?
Why, is it good?
Do you have it?
Yeah, of course I have it.
Okay, after the show, we're gonna watch F and then record your reaction to F.
No, we'll do that later.
No,
we'll make it a microsode.
It is, exactly. It is the most Japanese thing ever.
All right.
It is so good.
We'll do it next week.
Okay, ABCs of Death. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. 26 little anthology episodes, one letter for the alphabet for each little movie, one word beginning with that letter, little anthology horror series. Check it out. Really good movie. So, thanks for joining us this week. I got a little madder than I thought I would.
But that makes fun. It makes it fun.
Yeah,
Our opposite
now I'm
views.
doubting. Now I feel really bad about myself.
No, you don't. You can check out Gary's new blog.
Yay!
He's got a new fancy WordPress blog. What is it called?
It's, again, shelflifeofwagnarok.tumblr. WordPress.
No, sorry. .wordpress.com.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But you still have your Tumblr.
Yeah. Most of the stuff will be going through WordPress now, because it's prettier.
But follow Gary on Tumblr. You can also follow me on Tumblr at mindmeldshome.tumblr.com. You can find me on my blog at telltalemind.wordpress.com. You can find us on Facebook at the Pendulum Podcast. You can subscribe to our channel if you could. We would really appreciate it. We have lots of videos. We got more videos coming out every week.
Thank you for everyone checking them out. We appreciate that.
Thank you very much. It's fantastic that you do so. Makes our lives worthwhile. Especially once we start earning money. That'd be amazing.
Wait, you can earn money off these things?
At some point, yeah. We're not there yet. So
who do I have to sell out to? Because I'm fine with that. Apparently my opinions are for sale anyway.
Not for sale.
Oh, sorry, influenced by.
I wouldn't buy them.
Okay, let's wrap this up. We're done. We're done for the day. See you later, everyone. Take care.